In the warm plains of Africa, as the sun slowly rises above the horizon, a new wave of life awakens the land. Somewhere in the sea of grass, a tiny being opens its eyes. A baby elephant, surrounded by its herd standing guard like protectors. This is the moment when nature begins a new journey. Within an elephant herd, bonds run deep and strong. Every female protects the calf of another as if it were her own. This collective strength is the foundation of their survival. Life on the land of Africa is not easy. Here, every shadow hides danger, and every sound could be a signal of a predator. But for elephants, their greatest weapon is memory and unity. The first few days after birth are the most fragile. Lions, hyenas, and crocodiles all wait for such opportunities. But within the herd, the newborn remains safe. The elder females surround it closely, and if danger approaches, they form a living wall. This is where the true test of an elephant's life begins. A long journey lies ahead. Hunger, thirst, scorching sun, and the constant threat of predators. Yet the strength that nature has given them is unlike any other creature's. With a single motion of their trunk, a path is cleared. And when the herd moves, the ground itself seems to tremble. Life has opened its doors before them. The journey begins now. On the land of Africa, days are long, and the lessons of life are harsh. A new day dawns, and the elephant herd prepares for a long journey. The little calves now touch the world around them with their trunks: soil, grass, water, and sometimes even a bird's feather. This is their first school, nature itself. With every step, they learn from their mothers and their family. How to find water, which path is safe by the scent of the wind, and when it is better to remain silent. In the plains of Africa, knowledge is not found in books. It is preserved in memory, passed down through generations. As the sun rises higher, the earth grows hotter. The elephants may have thick skin, but under the sun, all are equal. The calves roll in the dust, not just for play, but for protection. The mud keeps their bodies cool and shields them from insects. At noon, when everything seems still, the herd rests under the trees. These are moments of peace. Yet life around them never stops moving. Predators hide nearby, waiting for an opportunity. The elephants know silence is not always a sign of peace. Even in childhood, they learn that unity is their true strength. If danger approaches, all the mothers form a circle, keeping the young ones safe in the center. It is a rhythm written by nature itself, the rhythm of survival. As evening falls and the sky turns red, the herd slowly moves toward the water. This journey lays the foundation for the years to come. Life has begun to teach. And for those willing to learn, the land of Africa is an eternal classroom. The greatest secret of life in Africa is water. It is the treasure upon which everything depends. And when it becomes scarce, the face of nature changes. As the day begins and the sun glows over the horizon, the herd sets out on its long journey. Dust clouds rise in the air, the ground burns beneath them. And far away, the river that once flowed has now vanished into the sand. With a swing of their trunks, the elephants sniff the earth, but the scent of moisture is gone. This is when the experienced matriarchs lead the way through memory, along the ancient paths where waterholes once existed. The journey is not easy. The calves grow tired, their steps slow down, but the herd cannot stop. Under the blazing sun, the sand burns, yet they know, if they stop walking, life will stop too. Along the way, some of the weak collapse, but nature waits for no one. This is the law. Only those who keep moving survive. Far in the distance, a faint shadow of clouds stirs hope. The elephants quicken their pace as if called by an unseen voice. The scent of dampness rises from the ground, and then an old matriarch brushes the soil aside with her trunk. Moments later, cool water bursts forth from the earth. It is a silent, yet powerful sight. The entire herd gathers. The calves drink first, followed by the elder females. For them, this moment is not just about quenching thirst. It is a declaration that life has returned. The journey is not over. It has only just begun. Because in Africa, behind every moment of joy, a new test awaits. The sun of Africa has grown even hotter now. The water that once shimmered in the lakes has turned to steam and vanished into the blazing air. The wounds of the earth have deepened, and the scent of dry soil fills the wind. In such times, the elephant herd is left with only one choice: the search for new land. This journey is not a short one. It stretches over days, spans miles, and is filled with danger. Every step holds a risk. Sometimes crocodiles lurk near dry riverbeds, and sometimes lions wait silently in the tall grass. Yet the herd moves in perfect rhythm, as if following a law written by nature itself. Along the way, the calves draw lines in the sand with their trunks, while the elder females lift their trunks to sense the air, reading it for danger. When the direction of the wind changes, they stop. Because in this land, silence does not always mean peace. One evening, as the light fades across the horizon, a faint rumble echoes behind the bushes, carried by the whistling wind. It is not a storm, it is the shadow of predators. The lions are near. The herd instantly forms a circle, the calves in the center, the elder females on the outside. A lion lunges forward, but the thunderous roars of the elephants shake the wilderness. The lions retreat, and silence returns once again. This is the law of Africa: respect for strength and victory through unity. When night fully descends, the elephants move on under the moonlight. The ground beneath their feet is soft, but their eyes are filled with hope. Somewhere in the distance, there is the scent of a new water source, and they know life is not over yet. At last, the moment arrives on Africa's dry land, the one every living being waits for. Then suddenly, the first drop falls from the sky. This drop is no ordinary one. It is the sign of life's return. Within moments, the sky darkens. The rain begins to pour, and the plains of Africa, which just yesterday seemed lifeless, now burst back into life. Grass begins to sprout, trees lift their heads high, and the fragrance of renewal fills the air. the elephant herd stands in the rain, overwhelmed with joy. The calves jump around, spray water from their trunks, and roll gleefully in the mud. This scene is not just one of happiness, it is a celebration of survival. The ground that once burned beneath them now feels cool and soft under their feet. After the rain, nature changes its color. Green spreads in every direction, birds return, and the rivers that had dried now flow again as streams. It is at this time that the elephants teach their young ones that life never stays the same. Today brings peace. Tomorrow may bring a test. That is the rule of Africa and the law of nature itself. As evening falls, the rays of the sun pierce through the clouds, painting everything in golden light. The elephants walk in a line, the earth damp beneath their feet, and a rainbow glows across the sky. This sight reminds us that hope never dies. It only waits for its moment to return. In the vast plains of Africa, survival depends not only on strength, but also on memory. In the world of elephants, every path, every tree, and every scent of a river remains etched in their memories. This memory is their greatest power, a strength that passes from one generation to the next. When the land changes, when water sources dry up, the elder matriarchs rely on the maps stored in their minds. They remember the routes traveled many years ago. They know where the hidden water lies and where danger awaits. Within their minds, the land of Africa becomes a living monument of remembrance. Elephants possess not only physical strength, but also deep emotion, sorrow, joy, and connection. When a member of the herd goes missing, the others search for days. They pause near the place where that elephant once stood and touch the ground gently with their trunks, as if saying farewell in silence. Their hearing runs deep. They can sense vibrations from miles away. Sometimes it is the distant call of another herd, and sometimes the faint steps of predators. To them, each sound is a signal. They are creatures connected to nature's network, where even silence speaks its own language. As night descends, they continue their journey slowly. Under the moonlight, their shadows grow long, and the rhythm of their footsteps tells a story. A story of patience, wisdom, and survival. In Africa, many animals possess strength, but wisdom belongs only to them. They are the witnesses of time and the true guardians of nature. Once again, the land of Africa begins to fall silent. The same earth that had turned green with rain is slowly fading back to yellow. The sun grows harsher, the rivers begin to shrink, and the familiar scent of dry dust returns to the air. The drought has come back. This face of nature is always merciless. What was once a symbol of life has now become a scene of death. The leaves have fallen from the trees, the birds have migrated, and cracks split the earth as though time itself has broken it apart. The elephant herd sets out once more on a journey. This journey is not only across the land, it is also a test of will. The calves walk slowly, but the matriarchs do not allow them to stop. There is hope in every step, but exhaustion in every breath. Sometimes they pause and look up at the sky. Perhaps a shadow of clouds might bring a sign of hope. As they travel, the test of life grows harsher. The search for water becomes the thin line between life and death. Sometimes the faint scent of moisture rises from a dry pond, but it turns out to be an illusion. The ground is empty, as if nature has taken everything away, and yet the herd does not stop. The elder females dig into the soil with their trunks, pulling water from the depths of the earth. It is their memory, their skill, their wisdom. A few drops emerge and they let the calves drink first. This is their way, sacrifice and survival. As night falls, the stars shine over the African sky, and among them, a silent light of hope can be seen. Life has not been defeated. It has only paused for a moment, so it can be reborn once again. Time passes, the seasons change, and once again, the land of Africa begins to breathe. Far on the horizon, clouds appear, the direction of the wind shifts, and the scent of moisture spreads across the earth. Nature has awakened once more. With the first rain, the plains that were barren yesterday now begin to fill with green. Grass sprouts again, trees reclaim their leaves, and the river that had dried up starts to flow slowly once more. Life, which had paused for a moment, is entering a new cycle. The elephant herd pauses to take in the scene. Among them, new lives are being born. The young ones play beside their mothers, tossing dust with their trunks, splashing in the water and blending into the colors of nature. This sight is not only one of joy, it is a declaration of another victory of survival. The elder matriarchs now walk with calm and grace. In their eyes glimmers the wisdom of years. They know that this land is never constant. It gives, it tests, and it takes away. And each time, only those survive who learn, who sacrifice, who remember. Across the vast African plains, the sound of the elephant's footsteps becomes a kind of music. It is not a song of power, but of perseverance. It reminds us that nature never truly ends. It merely changes form, giving birth to new life again and again. As the sun sets, its golden light falls softly upon their bodies. This scene tells us one eternal truth. The cycle of life never stops. Those who survive today will become the guardians of tomorrow. And that is nature's greatest wisdom. There has always been danger on the land of Africa. Predators, drought, hunger, thirst. But now, a new threat has arisen: humanity. Once, the enemies lived only within the wild. But now the danger comes from beyond it. Far away, the roar of machines tears through tree roots, wounds open upon the earth's surface, and the ancient paths once belonging to elephant herds have turned into roads of concrete and dust. The silence of nature is now mixed with noise. Elephants no longer fear only predators, they must also beware of human traps. Sometimes a herd changes direction because an electric fence blocks their way. Sometimes a mother's mighty roar falls silent, lost to the cruelty of a hunter's weapon. This is not merely a story of loss, it is a story of imbalance. When we take from nature, it is not only the land that bleeds, it is the spirit too. Elephants, once regarded as the kings of Africa, are now caught in their own battle for survival, and yet hope has not vanished. In some places, people have begun to understand that if nature does not survive, humanity cannot either. Protected reserves are being created, where elephants can breathe freely again, where their echoes once more roll through the valleys. As evening descends, a calm settles over the African sky. It is the moment when both nature and humankind begin to realize how deeply they need each other. Perhaps this understanding came late, but it holds the power to change tomorrow. Once again, the sun rises over the African horizon. The air carries that same familiar scent of rain, of earth, and of life. The land that once burned and cracked now breathes once more. This is the magic of nature. Creation after destruction, sound after silence. The elephant herds are on the move again. The ground trembles beneath their feet, but this time the tremor carries not fear, but dignity. Each generation passes the path to the next. The young grow stronger, and the old quietly step back with their memories. This is the circle of life, sometimes a beginning, sometimes an end, yet never still. Sunlight filters through the leaves onto the ground. Streams glisten, and the songs of birds echo through the air. Africa is alive once again. Every tree, every river, every stone tells the story of survival. The elephants now walk in peace. They know that life is full of trials, but hope always endures. And that is their true strength. Their footprints will fade with time, but their presence will forever remain in nature as a reminder that life belongs to those who fight for it. As dusk returns, a golden glow spreads across the African plains. Far away, the sun sinks behind the clouds and the land settles into a gentle silence. But this silence is not an ending. It is the beginning of another journey. Nature's message is clear. Every ending is a new beginning, and across these vast African plains, where the echo of elephant footsteps has resonated for centuries, life will always go on.